Queen Camilla's son rebuts Prince Harry's claims about his mother. Greetings from royal family. Led my channel. Consort's son disputes the charges made about her in the Duke of Sussex's book and tells that his mother will abstain from massive spice on the day she is crowned. The Duke of Sussex claimed that the Queen coordinated a campaign aimed at marriage and eventually the crown, while the Queen's son, Tom Parker Bowles, insisted there was no endgame and refuted the assertion. Mr. Parker Bowles fiercely defended his mother, claiming she with the king out of pure love. For the first time, he addressed the accusations in public, saying, "I think change happens, but I don't care what anyone says. This wasn't any type of endpoint. She married the person she loved, and this is what happened." Thank you. Please subscribe to my channel. The newsagent's podcast guest Mr. Parker Bowles, a culinary critic and food writer, also mentioned that his mother would make sure her coronation day lunch was devoid of garlic and chili since she disliked massive spice and would want to maintain her breath fresh while receiving guests. He defended his mother after learning that his stepbrother, the Duke of Sussex, had launched an astounding attack against her in his book Spare. In the book, he criticizes the Queen frequently, claiming that she sacrificed him to boost her own reputation. He also disclosed that the Prince of Wales and he had pleaded with their father not to wed her. He claimed Camilla didn't waste any time coming up with her own long-term plan, which he described as a campaign directed towards marriage and, with time, the crown. The Duke called his stepmother the villain and dangerous in interviews to promote his book. As she worked to repair her reputation, he said that bodies had been left in the street. Although it was tough for the Queen to have such a prominent role during the coronation ceremony, Mr. Parker Bowles claimed she had never complained. He was speaking to podcast presenters Emily Maitlis and John Sopel. "I think anyone would feel anxious on an occasion of this sort of historical significance," he continued, "and yes, I believe I would be petrified if I were to somehow leave while dressed in ancient garments. Even if she's 75, it's difficult to succeed, but she's never voiced a complaint. Simply do it. Proceed with it." The King and Queen, according to Mr. Parker Bowles, are doing amazingly, he said. "King Charles, in my opinion, is a decent, compassionate, wise guy who gives his positions as the Prince of Wales and the King much thought." He praised the monarch for being way ahead of his time in regards to concerns like farming, pollution, sustainability, and food security. 20 years ago, he was described as quite weird and insane. Everything he has discussed is currently a hot topic, and as a result, we are all quite concerned, he continued. When asked if it was strange to see Camilla as the Queen, Mr. Parker Bowles retorted, "Not really. She's still our mother. Speaking for my sister and I use the pronoun our rather than the formal we. Our mother is her. You won't find us with large estates and being referred to as the Duke of anything." Mr. Parker Bowles reaffirmed his denial of a title. "No, that would be horrible." When asked if he was concerned about Republic's anti-monarchy protests on the day of the coronation, he defended the freedom to demonstrate. "Everyone is entitled to their own opinions." Going back to Republic, Extinction Rebellion, and Animal Rebellion, he claimed that everyone had a right to express themselves. "We are fortunate to live in a free nation. People have the right to protest if they choose." By congregating in Trafalgar Square and blocking the route of the coronation procession, Republic is anticipated to stage the largest protest action in its history.